She lost the Metro court, she endured the humiliation, and she watched the man she cared for suffer unbearably. A part of her will want to cheer Drew on. However, the other part of her will be terrified. This version of Drew is unrecognizable and dangerous. She knows better than anyone the catastrophic fallout of a public war in Port Charles. Furthermore, her rekindled feelings for Sonny complicate everything. Sonny, despite his anger, explicitly told Nina he wouldn't reveal her secret. Drew's actions directly undermine Sonny's authority and his complicated sense of mercy. Carly will be torn between her desire for revenge and her fear for Drew's soul, not to mention the potential collateral damage to her fragile new beginning with Sonny. Sonny's complicated anger. Sonny Corinthos is a man who values control above all else. He wanted to handle the Nina situation on his own terms. Drew's public accusation robs him of that control and backs him into a corner. While Sonny is undoubtedly furious with Nina, he now has to contend with Drew lighting a match near all his proverbial dynamite. Sonny's reaction will be a complex mix of understanding Drew's pain and pure, unadulterated rage that another man is dictating the terms of his war. He may see Drew's actions as a challenge to his power, a lack of respect for his domain. This could ignite a dangerous new feud between Sonny and Drew, with Carly stuck squarely in the middle. Michael's quiet satisfaction. One person who will be privately thrilled is Michael Corinthos. He has been the lone voice of anti-Nina sentiment for months, feeling gaslit by his family's willingness to forgive her. As Drew verbally eviscerates Nina, Michael will watch from the sidelines with a grim sense of satisfaction. He won't say, "I told you so," but he will certainly think it. This event will only strengthen his resolve to see Nina pay and could bring him and Drew into a closer, and perhaps more dangerous, alliance. Josslyn's moral conflict. Josslyn Jax, who has her own complicated history with betrayal and forgiveness, will serve as the voice of reason for some. While she despises Nina for what she did to her mother and Drew, she might be alarmed by Drew's methods. Having navigated her own dark impulses, she might see the hollow victory in this kind of vengeance. Her conversations with Dex will likely focus on the worrying change in Drew and whether this path leads anywhere but to more ruin. The target, Nina's world implodes. For Nina, this public confrontation will be her worst nightmare realized. She confessed to Sonny hoping for a chance, however slim, at redemption or, at least, a controlled demolition of her life. Drew ensures it is a 5-alarm fire instead. Her immediate reaction will likely be a combination of denial, deflection, and sheer panic. She will be humiliated and terrified, watching her social standing evaporate in an instant. But beneath the fear, will there be a flicker of acceptance? Or will this push her even further into a corner, making her more desperate and unpredictable? Her supporters, like her daughter Willow and her husband, will be left to pick up the pieces of her shattered reputation, leading to immense strain on those relationships. Beyond the main event, other Port Charles plotlines. While Drew's accusation takes center stage, other residents are navigating their own crises. The Pikeman investigation, John Jagger, Cates's presence continues to loom large. As he digs deeper into Sonny's organization, Drew's explosive outburst provides a massive distraction. Jagger will be watching the chaos with keen interest, seeing the fractures in Sonny's armor and looking for any opening to exploit. Any war between Sonny and Drew is a gift to the federal investigation. Elizabeth's healing journey. Elsewhere, Elizabeth Baldwin continues to navigate her recovery from her psychological breakdown. In a quieter but no less important scene, she finds a moment of clarity and support, likely with Hamilton Finn by her side. This storyline offers a poignant contrast to the revenge plot, highlighting the power of gentle healing versus destructive rage. Alexis's counsel. Look for Alexis Davis to be drawn into the aftermath. As both a media figure and a friend to many involved, she will be sought out for advice. Her legal mind and her own hard-won wisdom about past mistakes will make her a compelling sounding board for characters like Willow or even a remorseful Nina. A line crossed, a path chosen. The September 10th episode of General Hospital is a turning point. Drew Kane, by making his accusation public, crosses a moral Rubicon. He chooses the path of vengeance over peace, of fire over forgiveness. This decision will irrevocably change his relationships with Carly, Sonny, and his own sense of self. It sets the stage for a brutal new war in Port Charles, one fought not with guns and territory, but with words, reputations, and the very souls of those involved. The question is no longer if Nina will fall, but how many people will Drew drag down with her in the process. The aftershocks of this single accusation will be felt for weeks to come, proving that in Port Charles, the truth isn't just a weapon, it's a bomb. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025, line up one tense beat after another. Secrets fray, loyalties wobble, and danger closes in on multiple fronts. Here's what to watch for, without straying beyond what the latest preview and reporting confirm. Alexis under fire. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is balancing an impossible stack of secrets. She has Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, tied and gagged in her basement after Ava Jerome. Maura West knocked him out, knows Christina, Kate Monsey, cut the brakes on Rick's car, and is hiding embezzlement from the Cassadine estate that Rick and Ava are using to blackmail her. On top of it, Alexis is now one of the PCPD's top suspects in the shooting of Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson. When teasers warn she says too much, will it be during police questioning, or while juggling one of those other ticking time bombs? Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, has scattered wreckage through recent weeks, ending her marriage, lying and scheming, and sleeping with Isaiah, saw Andy Wilson. Now she turns the tables. The likely target? Jacinda, Paige Herschel, the escort Portia, and Nina, Cynthia Watros, enlisted when they plotted to drug Drew. Jacinda has resurfaced in Port Charles asking for more money, which could make her the focus of Portia's next move. Overseas, the clock is ticking for Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault. She's been trying to protect Josslyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, while the volatile Pascal, Mark Forget, spirals. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is back at the 5 Poppies, ready to extract her the moment she gives the signal. Will Britt tell him about Joss? And is there still time to get everyone out clean? Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, turns to Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner for help. He needs to find Jacinda fast. She spoke with him on the night of Drew's shooting and could shore up his alibi. Trouble is, Curtis may not yet know she's back in town, making Michael's request harder than it sounds. Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, has been reporting on the Drew Kane case as Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, pressures her to expose Drew's alleged role in setting up Stella Henry, Vernay Watson, for insurance fraud. A looming decision could reshape Lulu's professional path and ripple through her personal life.